It's heartbreaking. It's a tragedy for our community.
A North County community in shock after a mother and her 4 children are killed in a house fire. What we're learning about the lives lost.
Flames rekindle overnight near Blackjack. The family's now without homes after a massive apartment fire.
In-person classes canceled in the Francis House School District. The unexpected disruption impacting learning this morning.
Warm days ahead, and that means thunderstorms by Thursday. We'll time out who has the greatest risk for severe weather and what the storms could hold.
Finish off a historic season. What you can expect inside City Park later tonight.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
We begin this Tuesday morning with a live look at Lambert Airport. I know a lot of folks like to get away and go someplace nice and tropical, but you know, for the next couple of days, you might want to stay right here because it's all going to work out weather-wise. Anthony has that for you in just a bit. Right now, I want to say good morning to you. And thank you for joining us for Today in St. Louis. I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We want to say thanks for joining us, including those of you who might be catching us on 5+ as well. Paul Cook's been keeping an eye on Rockbridge Road.
Yep, all kinds of. I got a pet rock. I got a rock in my head.
I'm sorry.
We got you. Rock and roll, baby.
And I love your forecast, except for the thunderstorm potential.
I know, that's to be expected whenever it gets this warm this time of year. But today and tomorrow, we're going into the 60s. Wouldn't be surprised if some of us hit 70 tomorrow. So
nice.
yes, that nice stretch of weather continues, and then it comes to a screeching halt, kind of like Paul's traffic report sometimes. What bridge are we talking about? The chain of St. Charles Rock Road?
That didn't happen.
Sorry, we couldn't help you out. None of us were that dialed. This morning, high pressure is still in control of our weather. It's to our south, down across the Gulf. That's going to continue to pump in warm air. The system we're watching early Thursday morning will bring in thunderstorms. That's out in California for now. So we'll have mostly sunny skies, just like yesterday. Numbers well above average, but cold to start. You definitely need a coat. 20s out the door from Chesterfield, Belleville, back towards Mount Vernon, and then 30s for most of our area. Highs today headed back into the low 60s, just a touch warmer than yesterday's afternoon high of 59. All right, let's go over to Paul. He's got all his bridges straight, all his ducks in a row. Let's see what's happening on the roads.
So you're telling me you're never taking Sudafed and got a little sketchy on what you were saying?
Yes. Drowsy, huh?
Actually, I don't need that to get a little bit sketchy in my brain here. But 270 at 170, new area of construction here that started in the last 15 minutes. It's a very glowing roadway there from MoDOT. It's actually up here a little bit. If you're going eastbound on 270, you will see a delay there, tapping of the brakes. That's where we have the red arrow. The other one, I have seen cars have to slow down for 44 there at 109. We're going to keep an eye on it. More traffic to talk about coming up. Michelle.
Thanks so much. This morning we are staying on top of 2 fires in North St. Louis County. One turned deadly in Ferguson. The other left 4 families without a home near Blackjack. This morning we have team coverage as fire crews continue to search for what caused both of those fires.
Our Sydney Stallflirth is live for us near Blackjack, where an apartment fire rekindled overnight. But first we begin with our Megan Kernan, who's in Ferguson. And Megan, what are you learning about the 5 people who lost their lives in yesterday morning's fire?
Well, Rennie, you can see behind me, police are still guarding the house as the investigation continues after the fire killed 39-year-old Bernadine Prusner and her children, 2-year-old Millie, 6-year-old Jackson, and 9-year-old twin girls Ellie and Ivy. Last night, more than 24 neighbors, police officers, and others came together to hold a vigil at a park nearby, just down the street from the home here. St. Louis County Police tell us investigators from bomb and arson and homicide detectives are all looking into this devastating fire. It started just before 4:30 yesterday morning at the home on North Clay Avenue. Fire crews from 4 different departments battled desperately to put it out. Prusner and her 4 children lived in the home for about 6 years. Her father tells us she was an author and professor and taught early childhood education at Lewis and Clark Community College. Councilwoman Linda Lipka organized last night's vigil.
Meet her kids. I didn't get to meet her, but I didn't have to know that she mattered. It comes down to humanity. It comes down to community.
We ask that you let them know how much they're going to be missed. We ask that you let them know that they are loved.
Now, Prusner's father says he was just with his daughter on Sunday night for dinner and says the whole family is just devastated right now. Reporting live in Ferguson, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Megan. Hours ago, part of an apartment complex caught fire once again in North County. Sydney Stallworth is joining us live near Blackjack with the incident that had firefighters revisiting the scene. Sydney.
Michelle, that's exactly right. And multiple families are without homes this morning as a result of this late night fire. Now, it happened not too long ago and brought firefighters out to the scene twice in just a matter of hours. Now, nobody was injured in either fire that happened at the Paddock Village apartment complex on Culpeper Drive. The first one happened just before 7 o'clock last night. We're told residents evacuated from the complex before firefighters arrived. Units arrived to find very heavy fire in the garage, which is at the bottom level, but the flames went all the way up through the roof. Firefighters were able to contain it to 4 apartment units. Nearly 70 firefighters responded to the initial fire. And then just about 2 hours ago, firefighters were called back to the apartment complex when flames sparked back up. Crews say it was a small gutter fire that rekindled. It was put out quickly and nobody was hurt in the process. Now, this was a 3-alarm fire. More than a dozen fire trucks responded to this scene. And you should know that bomb and arson squad will be investigating this fire, but that is standard for all large fires that happen near Blackjack. Reporting in North County, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you so much, Sydney. We are following both fires all morning on air and online at ksdk.com. And once we learn more, we'll update you on the 5 on your side app.
In a few hours from right now, we'll learn Missouri Governor Mike Parson's plan to send more aid to the U.S.-Mexican border. He postponed his announcement last week following the shooting at the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory parade. The governor plans to deploy resources and more troops to Texas. We'll learn more at 4:45 this afternoon.
All right, let's take a pause from some of the heavy news this morning and show you the glorious sights of our sky. Yeah, look at that sunrise coming up pretty in pink this morning. And we do have cold temperatures just like yesterday, so you do need a coat as you head out. Lambert reporting 32, but there are some 20s on the map this morning. So as you get the kids out and head off to the bus stop, just keep in mind you do need the coats, you need the sweatshirts this morning. You probably could lose the layer this afternoon. Even outdoor recess by lunchtime will be in the mid to upper 50s. We're headed into the 60s today, so it is going to be a decent day. In fact, tomorrow's even warmer, close to 70. On Thursday early in the morning, about this time, we'll have some thunderstorms develop, and that could mean for a rude awakening early on Thursday, and then it cools down as we head into the weekend. We'll show you the futurecast and a look at some more warm air for next week and the extended outlook. That's coming up in just a bit.
Thanks so much. Tech troubles plague the Francis Health School District this morning. What's at risk as thousands of students learn from home today?
A cruise on the open sea is a very popular choice for spring and summer getaways. But just how safe are you on those trips? The disturbing findings from the FBI this morning.
Our cars are putting a strain on the roads. Why guardrails might not be as effective as we think.
But as we go to break, something that'll give you some good news. A live look at City Park, where tonight it all gets going for City SC. Not just tonight, but also this upcoming weekend. 2 different games. I'll tell you more about that coming up later in sports. Go team go. All for City.